That is what we don't want to see on the border. That's called going hot. Back in the day, we used to have our weapons ready, but when you flip that safety off, you always say, going hot, so everybody around you would know. That's what we don't want. Tonight, this is going to be a quick one, guys, but there's so much misinformation, I think, out there in the YouTube universe. I wanted to come in here and say something. Not really expecting a lot of folks because it is Championship Sunday. And when I told Pam I was going to do this tonight, that's the first thing she said. You know, they have the football championships. I said, yeah. And that reminded me of a quote right there. George Orwell, 1984. It's right there in the book. I'm sure if you've read the book, you remember the quote. It's amazing how accurate he was. People are being distracted by everything but what they need to be distracted by. And that's watching what's going on. But we're going to get into that in just a minute.
Philip says, I'm here, screw the NFL.
Yeah, for real. I wanted to make sure everybody knew about this. There was a press release from the Central Command out of MacDill today that verified that they said 3 of our armed forces were killed in an attack in Jordan. But if they say 3, you can be damn well assured that it was a lot more than that. But it was a mass casualty attack, and they couldn't say just one like they normally do, and then call those families across the country and say, well, your son or your daughter was the one that got killed. I'm sure there was so many of them killed today. They had to say it was more than one. So I don't know if we'll ever hear the truth out of this, but that did come out today that we're losing forces over in the Middle East. And it's because of the Iranian-backed forces over there. So hopefully Joe will do something. I mean, if nothing else, he needs to cut off the damn money. You know, we're letting them make billions and billions of dollars over there. And Trump put a stop to it. Those people were starving out when our previous president was in office. And then this guy comes in and right off the bat, he lifts these sanctions and he gives them money. He actually gives them money. And this is what they're doing with it. They're killing our people. So hopefully that spineless piece of that, hopefully he'll stop it. Let me just say that right there.
All American Prepper said if he can get his bike club to go, they're going to go to the border and help secure America.
Brother, we're going to talk about that. You need to be careful. You
know,
need
right?
to be careful. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let me see who's with me tonight. Looked like Glenn was the first on the end. Thank you, buddy. Yes, sir. Michelle J's with us. A Tennessee girl. Pauline's back. There we go. And you made it on time. I appreciate that very much. There's my man, Nick. Nick, did you get those emails I sent you? I had to do a new setup on my GMRS antenna, and it might not be ready for a few days, but once I get that up, I'll let you know, and we'll hook up on the radio. I think you said you were in Maitland, if I'm correct. Then we should be able to hook up on Simplex. We shouldn't have to go through a repeater as close as we are together. So hopefully we can get that done. As soon as I get those parts in, I had to order them. Craig helped me. Craig's here. Had to go to my man and say, okay, what's the best antenna to get for this? Of course, he was on the ball. Tammy Joe, all right. There she is. That's my girl. Who else we got down here? Craig, there he is. Nope, we couldn't find it. We found one. And I was trying to deal with the guy, and he wouldn't come off the price, not 1 penny. So I left it there.
It wasn't pretty anymore.
And it's not exactly what she was looking for. She wanted a black gun. She didn't want one with a stainless slide on the top. But, hey, he didn't want to deal, so we didn't deal. That's simple. I was in the house with us. There we go. All right. Thank you guys for coming in. 4th and goal. Going to get cold up your way. Got the Lions-Niners game on mute. Appreciate it, buddy. I truly do. Yes, sir. Who else we got in here? We got Rebecca's with us. I'm looking forward to you setting up your classes and stuff, girl. Come on. I'm ready to help you promote that. We need to get it done. All American Prepper. We'll say hello to everybody. Wanda's back with us. Wanda's going to get a wrench. Does Wanda have a wrench? I don't know. She's going to get one. That's for sure. Hillbill's in the house. I know he's got one. That's my
Wanda's
man.
got a wrench.
Does she?
Mhm.
Good, good, good. Who else we got down here? If I miss you, I apologize, guys. Rural 2IC. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Well, we got more people in here than I thought we'd have, that's for sure. Philip Dixon's with us. There he is. Screw the NFL. Hey, I don't know how anybody can keep supporting it. You know, if you want to watch it, watch it. Just don't give them any money. You know, don't support them with their sponsors. Even after BLM got exposed as a fraud, the NFL still gave them $50 million. That right there tells you what kind of people you're dealing with. Homestead Aquarius, thank you for being here. Fluffy, there's my girl. There's my girl. Yeah, All American Prepper said he might be heading to the border. Yeah, we're going to get into that, buddy. You need to keep your head on a swivel if you go down there. That's for damn sure. Look for cameras. There's Eddie. All right. Thanks, Eddie, for coming back. I don't think has he been here? I haven't seen him in a while. Has he?
I don't know when before, but yeah.
I know he's been here before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Off the Wall is with us. I don't know if you guys have been watching him. He's staying on top of this stuff too. You might want to check him out. I like those early morning videos he does, so I can watch them on live stream, so I can watch them with my coffee. You're trying to figure out another radio, 2 meter, 70 centimeter. I'm going to send you a link. I'll shoot you an email with a link that has, it has 10 meters, 2 meters and 70 centimeters. I don't know if there is one that has GMRS and those. It might, but hey, we'll look around and see what we can find you. What we got here? Orlando, maybe the great money grab, and also the arrest of lots of patriots. That's right. We're going to get into that. That's why I'm telling you, if you're going to go down there, guys, you need to be careful. So let me get on what we got going here. I want to do this quick. I'm trying to do it quick. Thank you all for being here on this championship Sunday night. But you know how much it means to me. I'm sitting here talking instead of watching that crap. But this is going around social media right here. Should Trump go to Eagle Pass and hold a rally back in the Texas Patriots? Hell no. The man's in enough trouble. They're going to spin it to make him look bad if he does. And the media will be right on board with it if they start turning it the wrong way. We all know that. So he needs to stay out there and keep his nose clean. That's for sure. Mick L., if you watch what Craig says there about the radios, he can hook you up. Here's something I thought was pretty good that came out yesterday. The Border Patrol told the Biden administration, no, we're not cutting that barbed wire. So they are just straight up mutiny against the administration, and that's the way it should be. Thank goodness they're standing up. You know, they've had enough of this crap. Those guys have been abused and just neglected and violated. Let me just be honest. When you're in law enforcement and your administration don't back you up, wonder how I would know that. I came from one of the worst police departments in America. Nashville's so political, it was a damn joke. So as soon as I could get out, I got out. But thank goodness the Border Patrol said, nope, we ain't doing it. Ain't going to happen. So we got that going for us. What did Craig say right here? Here we go. Most 70 and 2 meter don't get GMRS. I don't think they're going to find one that has a GMRS that has those two bands, but I might be wrong. Hey, and if you're into radios and you can get out there and find that out for me, let me know. So, I mean, I'd be interested. Looks like Swackhammer dropped in. All right, Swackhammer's my man right there. Yeah, what's off say? Shouldn't be a mutiny, but they're pressing the people. Yeah, I mean, the way they have abused those guys, I don't blame them for not taking, for doing it. I really don't. They'll have to kill me. Don't go there. No, don't go there, brother. I'll tell you right now, they'll dispatch you in a heartbeat and won't give it a second thought. Be careful. Keep your head on a swivel if you go down there. Just be careful. You absolutely have to. They aren't supposed to. However, many can be unlocked or on Mars. Yep, that's right. You're right. You can unlock them. There's ways to do that. So, yeah, just do your research. It's like unlocking the Baofeng UV5Rs now. The new ones, they're programmed where you can't get FRS or GMRS on them. Yes, you can. Just do your research. It's so simple. Anybody can do it. So leave that right there. Let me get on with the topic here because I want to get in, get out of here. I know you guys probably got other things you're doing on a Sunday night. But this right here came out today. The Republicans have unveiled articles of impeachment against Mayorkas. Well, that's a waste of time. It's a damn waste of time. If the House votes gets a majority by 50 votes to kick that guy out, the Senate's never going to do it. They'll never let that happen. He's a puppet. He's the perfect idiot for their game plan. He sits there and spits out the lines just like he's told to, and he has no conscience. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how this guy sleeps at night, knowing that thousands and thousands of people are dying because he don't want to do his job. He just, going along with the script. And hey, I couldn't do it. If I was in his position, I couldn't do what he's doing. I would have to step back and say, hey, wait a minute, guys, and if they fired me, then I'd blow the damn whistle on them wide open. I'd hold a press conference with every major network that would cover it. A lot of liberal networks probably wouldn't show up because they know what was coming, but he stepped it up. He needs to step it down. He needs to get out of the way. But if he does, then they're just going to put another puppet in his place. They're never going to get that stuff straight under this administration. I explained to you last Thursday why they're flooding Texas with all of these people in California. They next time they do a census, they get to add congressional seats, and they're hoping they can turn those Texas blue. If we lose Texas, Republicans will never win another election ever. Even if it's held, right, legally, instead of like that last one where all those votes showed up at 4:00 in the morning. But it will never, ever, ever be another Republican president if we lose Texas. He's being well paid. Yep, the love of money is the root of all evil. Yep, it sure is. That's a fact. But still, you would think the man would have a conscience somewhere, but it don't look that way. Like I said, if I was him, I couldn't sleep at night, knowing that I was killing people by the thousands. And that's what he's doing. But let me get on here now. We're talking about this convoy going to Texas. They have a website. It's linked below. It shows all the information you would need if you're going to be a part of that. It shows their route. It has dates telling you when they're going to be in certain locations. So if you want to join that convoy, you can do that. Now, I think everybody should turn out and support this. But here's going to be the problem, guys. If you're on a bridge over the interstate, if there's a crowd of 50, 60, 100 people up there, cheering them on, guarantee you the FBI will have somebody there taking pictures, making videos, taking down license plate numbers. I promise you that's going to happen because they're going to want to know everybody who supports this movement. Now, supposedly there's supposed to be like thousands and thousands of trucks involved in it, semi-trucks involved in this, RVs or, just regular cars and trucks. There's supposed to be close to 100,000 of them, and they're expecting close to 1 million people to be down in Eagle Pass by next Saturday. But if you're going to go there, like my man All-American here, like I said, watch what's going on around you. Look for those people. that look out of place. Because, I mean, look at what happened on January 6th. You think they're not going to have FBI implanted in that crowd when those people get to Texas? Let me say, there's other locations too. Here's the locations. Next week is when the rally's supposed to be at these locations. February 3rd, California at San Diego, Arizona it's Yuma, and then of course Eagle Pass in Texas. And you know right now the FBI is flooding those locations with agents and informants. You know, like that guy that was standing out in front of the Capitol telling people, go inside, go inside. What was his name? Ray Epps, yeah. He was there. Out of that whole bunch there that they investigated or locked up, he's the only one that got probation. Wonder why that is. That dude's a damn snitch for the FBI. There's no doubt about it. He's an operative for the FBI. Hopefully his life has been miserable ever since that day, and he got exposed. That guy, people like that just piss me off. But that's ridiculous. What we got here? Let me look over here. Too many money, supplies, personnel spent there. Not being used in the home states. That's right. This whole thing smells bad to me. You're right, buddy. And I'm seeing some, been researching this for a couple of days, ever since the parade route, the route was announced and all of that. Been reading a lot of news, watching a lot of videos on YouTube and Rumble and a couple of other sites. And there are people out there, you know, one today, a big channel. The heading on their video was Civil War Warning. Come on, guys. There might be a civil war coming, but jumping out and trying to scare people and stir up a mess, that's not good. You know, hopefully this will be a peaceful protest in those locations and along the way. But what you got to be on the lookout for, if you're part of that, like I said, the FBI is going to be there. Look for those people. And if you see somebody that you think might be the FBI, DEA, Homeland Security, whoever, walk up to them and ask them. Legally, they have to tell you. Ask them, are you part of any federal law enforcement agency or an informant for one? And legally, they have to tell you that. And make sure you video that. Because like I said, they're going to be out there taking names, taking pictures, taking videos. You take a video too. And then if they try to pressure you somewhere down the road, like they did the January 6 people, 2 months from now, they knock on your door and say, you know, we want to question you about this. First thing you can do is say, wait a minute, I want you to answer a question for me, and show them that video. Because legally, that person has to tell you they are. If they lie to you, you know, these people ain't going to mess with you anymore. They're not going to do it because you got them. Make sure at least 3 other people have that video other than you. Okay, make sure, like I said, others have that just in case you need it in the future. Because this could absolutely be a setup, just like January 6th. There's still people in prison today from January 6th, 3 years ago, that never got to face a judge, charges, or anything. They just stuck them in a gulag, locked them up, and that's where they are to this day. That's where, you know, the millions of people need to go, is Washington, D.C. Start bitching and raising hell up there about the Americans that are locked up illegally. Not just the ones illegals coming into the United States. Should have been up there a long time ago. Hopefully, if things turn out the way they look like they're going to in November, then on January 22nd next year, our new president will say, I pardon everybody involved in that. He can legally do that. Of course, first, I guess he probably has to pardon himself because they're throwing so much dirt at him, hoping something will stick. You know, he can just wipe it all away with the stroke of a pen. But that's what he's got to do. He's got to do it. And don't get jammed up like those people did on January 6th if you're going to any of those rally locations. Let me post them again. Right there, if you're taking part of that, don't get jammed up like the people on January 6th did. Same thing, like I said, if you're standing on a bridge over the interstate, rooting those people on, nothing wrong with that. Should support this. It needs to be supported. Make sure you got videos going too. That's what this is about tonight, because this is coming up this week, and the federal authorities are going to be working on it with everything they got. So cover your ass. It's that simple. I've been on the inside of some of these situations, not for these reasons, but something similar to that. It was actually illegal, but still, we did what we had to do. But that's the problem with these things. What you're doing is absolutely legal. It's your right. And this fascist administration is trying to shut everybody down. So make sure you got what you need if they come to knock on your door 2 months after February 3rd. Cover your butt. All right. You guys got any questions? Got anything out there? Rally outside of George Soros's house. That'd be a good idea right there. Yeah, take a bunch of people up there. Let's see what he has to say. What we got here? Glenn Anderson, I know you're in Texas. You said there's no problem in the big cities right now. Yep.
No, they are in the cities, not where he is.
Yeah. They're in the big cities, but not where he lives. Okay. Well, you guys make sure that, if you're involved in this thing, like I said, you got your bases covered. There we go, Edith. Thank you for being here. Only a few times we make a chat hit. Okay. You just hit one. There we go. But, all right, I'm taking up enough of your time. I wanted to make this one quick and get in and out, so if you are watching the football game, you can get back to it. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Watch what's going on with this thing, guys. It could get explosive. It could very easily. Hopefully it won't. But if it does, you need to make sure you're ready. So this week, while they're building up to those big events on the weekend, double check all your preps. Make sure you have what you need, just in case something crazy happens. And is this the false flag they're going to use to shut down the election this year? Is it going to start next weekend? They're going to carry it out while they're doing those investigations of the millions of people that show up for these rallies. There are a lot of people out there saying it is. I'm not going to say that it is. I'm going to say that it could be. Get those preps in order this week, guys, just in case. Line up your group, your mag, line up your comms. I keep telling you guys that I'm big on that. Make sure you got what you need to defend yourself. Make sure your food and water supplies are in good shape. Whatever you need, get out there and get it. Can't do it all at once. I know that. One step at a time, guys. But take a couple of steps this week. It can only benefit you in the long run. It's that simple. Oh, what else we got going over here? Thank you for being a part of it. I really do appreciate it.
Edith says, please watch out for the elderly.
Yep, watch out for if you have any elderly in your neighborhood, anybody, that might need your assistance, get out there and help them. That would be a good thing to do. Saying good night to everybody. Hey, Pennsylvania dropped in. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Been watching you. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Let you guys get back to your football game. Love every one of you. Thank you for being here. Like I said, start taking forward steps this week. Watch the news. Don't just watch one source. Watch as many as you can. Get different sides of this story. Because you know what this group of networks is going to say, and you know what this group of networks is going to say. So you take that, you put it together, and somewhere in the middle, you're going to find the truth. Stay strong. Keep prepping. and pray for the United States. Thank you for being here. Love you all. The Orlando Prepper is out.